So section 7 had to do with the normal distribution. You'll see it'll match up with all those bullet points that I had listed out for what you should know for Module 7. And here it's talking about exam scores that are normally distributed with a mean of 72 and a standard deviation of 5. Then it says a student is randomly selected. What is the probability that a student scored between 76 and 80? So this one has to do with this, is the first bullet point. Can we use our calculator to calculate an area, frequency, or probability? Well, that's what it's asking for in this case. It's asking for a probability. So all this means is we are able to use the calculator to set up, knowing that our mean is 72 and our standard deviation is 5. I want to be between 76 and 80. So we're just trying to figure out if I know these values and I want to know the probability, that's the same thing as finding the area. So we just go into StatCrunch. And in StatCrunch, it's under Stat, Calculators Normal. We can put in our mean and standard deviation, so that's 72 and 5. And we want to be between two numbers, so we can click on between, and it's between 76 and 80. So I'll put 76 on the left, 80 on the right, and compute, and it gives us our answer. So 1571. For question 19, it says the instructor wanted to pass anyone who scored above a 68. So what percentage of exams pass? So this is just another type of problem, same thing. This, remember, probability, relative frequency, which is like a percentage, that's always the area. So it's just another way of interpreting this. We still have 72 in the middle. And we want to be passing, which is above 68. So if 68 is our value at the boundary, and above it would be the right side, that would be the greater than. So on StatCrunch, I'll go back to standard, just change this to greater than 68. And it'll give us our numbers, 0.7881. So the area is 0.7881. Now you'll notice in this one it says to round it to the nearest whole percentage. So right now it's a decimal. So if I were to round this, it would be, or put it as a percentage, it'd be 78.81. But we want to round it, so that would be 79%. So hopefully you just wrote the 79 though. If you did, if you put 79% with the sign, even though I said don't include the percentage sign, it would have gone back and fixed it. Question 20 says, suppose that the top 5% of exams will be at least will be given an A+. In order to be an A+, what score did you need? So notice this one is the opposite. I'm giving you the percentage. I'm giving you the relative frequency or the area. And I'm telling you that at the top is 5%. And I want to know, what is this boundary? So this is just going the opposite. So how do I put this into StatCrunch? Is I know that the area, so this part of it, is going to be 5%. And it's on the upper side, so I leave it at greater than. And when I do compute, it'll give me that boundary. So it's an 80.22. And it says rounded to the nearest whole number, so this would be 80. Finally, it says, what is an exam score? Exam whose score is z-score is 1.4. So this just goes back to, again, do you understand what a z-score is? Now, you could have just plugged into the formula and solved if you like algebra. But if you understand a z-score is just the number of standard deviations above or below the mean, then this was not even an algebra problem. We can just start at the mean of 72. And we want to go up, so plus, because it's positive, 1.4 standard deviations away, which is a standard deviation is 5. And if we type that into our calculator, we get 79.